I've done a ton of videos on this, but we'll give you a quick tip. And this will help you before you get on the roof. Remember, you want your clips to all face this same direction. So for example, you'll notice we have all the male ends here. Now these were done before, so it's pretty easy, but we have all the male ends all out at the end here. And then what we're doing is we know that each clip gets put on to where there's this little plastic hook here that's on every light that comes with it from the factory. So we just make sure that the clip is put on to where that little clip there is in the back, or rests or seats itself in the back of the clip there. So as long as they're all like that, all the way down, everything you have, you'll be fine on the roof. If not, you're gonna get some weird twists and you're gonna get some strange spacing. So again, most important is to make sure all of your clips are on the lights exactly the same way. This is the Frankenlawn side. It kind of is what it is. We'll see what we do over here, but here's the main view, what we call the $100 view over here. This is what you call the $100 view. Some people have said that the this here kind of has like a Miami Vice blue look, but that's the LEDs, they're green. I think it's kind of cool. But what you're going to see is we have some dark spots in here. First of all, we have no ground game, so I got something that I think is going to take care of that for me. We'll see. But as you come around here, you'll see we have some dark spots over here on the right. Yeah, see how dark it is in here? We got a lot to do over here and over here on the right.
What's up, y'all? I'm Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nut. Thanks for coming back for yet another week. So this is going to be my annual Christmas light video. It's pretty much the same as other years, except I'll just go into some other topics or talk about some things I haven't talked about before. I'm also going to say that Jake the Lawn Kid is doing an extremely comprehensive video on putting up Christmas lights the clean, simple, classy way at a new house, at a new property at his grandma's house. So it's really, really good because he's kind of taking you through his thinking, because it's a new property that he hasn't really decorated before. So I'm going to link in the description below to that if you're looking for some more Christmas light content. Now, if you can't tell, I already have lights up. This is actually day 2 here. My oldest son Nick and I put the lights up together, which was cool. I kind of taught him my way of doing it, which again is that clean, simple, classy way. By the way, those of you guys in my Facebook group, please don't be slamming on other people because they put their Christmas lights up a different way. I mean, I know I make comments about I don't want the inflatable waving Santa on my lawn and all that, but if people want that, if they want to be festive that way, I mean, to each his own, right? This is only the 2nd year I put up lights here, and that's part of the tip here, is that those of you with a newer property, what you're going to find is that it's going to take you a few years, 4 or 5 years, to really find your groove with how you like your lights to go up. And so this year I did it a little different than last year, and so because of that I've run short on spotlights a little bit, and I've discovered a couple dark spots on one side, this side here actually, and I'll show you in the video, but this side here is a little dark, so I had to order some more spotlights, and I'll talk more about the spotlights I have and why I have them and all of that kind of stuff. But for right now, what I'm going to do on day 2 here is I ordered some more lights. They're coming in. I have to go get some more extension cords. But the one thing I'm going to do is go ahead and set up my timer. So when I do lights the first time, I don't set up the timers. I just plug everything in and I just leave them on like the whole night for the first night. I don't know why I do that, but I just do that. It's day 2 is when I start making the corrections like I was talking about, filling in any dark spots or whatever, as well as then setting up my timers. So let me show you the timers that I use. Okay, so this is called a Wion. This is only my 2nd year using these, and no, these guys are not a sponsor, okay? I just bought these on Amazon because they were on sale last year. But they worked pretty well. They have an app here. It's slightly quirky, but not too bad. We'll go ahead and keep these on until 10:30 at night. That's good enough. So now I have all my controllers set up. And again, that Wion works fine. I mean, the app's a little quirky, but that just could be because I'm impatient. But as you go around to each one, they're pretty easy to time. You just got to kind of follow the instructions. And there you go. So I wanted to just say something to you guys because a lot of you were confused. Most of my lawn now is still St. Augustine grass. It's just different varieties of St. Augustine grass. Just like Kentucky bluegrass has like midnight Kentucky bluegrass and I don't know, but there's different kinds, different names. Anyway, this is Floritam St. Augustine grass. This is Palmetto St. Augustine grass. In the backyard is that new glyphosate tolerant St. Augustine grass that I've been talking about, and it's called Provista. But it's all St. Augustine, so I know you guys are, a couple of you guys are like, I feel betrayed. You said you love St. Augustine. I love St. Augustine. I have 3 different varieties of St. Augustine now instead of just one, y'all. This variety here, the Floritam, that hasn't been touched, this has been in my lawn ever since the beginning, this is overgrown, so I gotta go enjoy a mow. It's so terrible, right? I mean, it's like 61 degrees out here and I have to enjoy a mow in it? My little hands are getting cold. Okay, y'all, so I'm not even going with the good audio on this. This is my last day of Christmas lights here. Today's Saturday, so I've got almost everything done. I had to order some more spotlights because as you're gonna find, as you do a house more and more often, things will change year to year. So either way, I gotta put up some more spotlights. I figured I would show you what I'm finding because I've gone to LED floods now for a couple different. So I got these on Amazon. These are not cheap at all, but they are well worth it. Now, something tells me that there's a few different companies that put out LED floods like this, and they're all probably made in the same place because I've gotten different ones over the years. So these are made by a company, FEIT, and this one has 11,000 hours. Again, I don't know anything about electrical, but what I know is when I buy these LEDs, they put out to me a more true color, a more consistent color across the array, whereas the old incandescents would have hot spots on them. And then the other thing is you can string a whole bunch of these in a row because they're LEDs. So I'll go ahead and link to all the different ones below that I've bought over the last couple years, but they've all remained pretty consistent from what I can tell. Here's the difference in the green bulbs I got. These are the Westinghouse that I got before, and then there's these. I'm getting the feeling that these here are less lumens or power or whatever the term is than these, but I'll put some stuff up on the screen. So this is one of the traditional incandescents that I had in the string here, and I'm gonna go ahead and take this one out and use it as a backup. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys some quick comparisons. So this is the traditional incandescent bulb, costs $1, and I'm going to show you this, and then this is the Westinghouse. This costs like $15, and these are the ones that I recommend for being the best value and still looking good. Here's what this looks like, and then here's this new one I got this year, Fight Electric. This is like 25 bucks, and you can definitely see a difference when you look at them, so I'll show you those next to each other as well. The other thing I got were these. These are warm white LEDs. And the idea here is I wanted to throw off a little white ground game without being overly bright. So I figured I'd try these. Now typically I don't like these kind of lights
because once you buy this, that's the only color that it will ever be unless you put something over there like a screen. I typically like to get ones that I can interchange the bulbs so I can do whatever I want with them, but these came in warm white, and again, not cheap. I have some green ones of these that I actually like. I'll show you on the other side of the house. Again, I don't recommend this though, because again, you're stuck with this dedicated color. I definitely prefer something more. I would recommend something more like this where you can change the bulbs out. However, this is not one I recommend, even though this is good, solid, you know, housing here, because the cord's too short. So that's another lesson I learned with these, is when you do get these, get the ones that are well made, but get ones with a longer cord, because that leaves you absolutely no flexibility at all. So that's just a couple things I've learned, but let's go ahead and try these. Let's see what these look like. I'm in the daylight right now, so I won't be able to see what these look like till tonight when we get home.